Hey, what's up folks? Welcome to your fifth data structure tutorial with JavaScript for the beginners. In this tutorial, we'll be discussing about the hash table concept in data structure. So stay tuned till the end of the video. Well, hello, my name is Atik Ahmed. I am here because I love to give the presentation. Beside all the details giving at my blog at cosec.com, more details also you can find me at my website atikahmed.com. Well, what is hash table? So hash table is a data structure which stores the data in an associative manner. In a hash table, data is stored in an array format where each and every data value has its own unique index value. So that means what? Whenever you are going to access the data and you are going to delete the data or you are going to insert the data, it will become very fast. If I am talking about the time complexity, the insertion of hash table will be big O of 1, the search also big O of 1, delete will be big O of 1, and if I am talking about the space complexity, which is big O of n. So we will be going to discuss everything in details along with the program. Alright, so before that, let me show you the visualization how hash table works in real time. So we will be using the visualalgo.net for explaining the hash table concept in data structure. So let me create the 6 node. So right now we have a 5 node. So let me increase to 1, click on go. So you can see that I have total 6 key, okay, and I am going to insert here 2 in the location of 2 itself. Okay, so you can see that immediately it will get inserted, and I am going to insert in the location of 1, which is 1, and I am going to insert the location of 0, which is 0, and also I am going to insert the location of 3, which is 3, and the location of 4, which is 4, and the same way I am going to insert in the location of 5, which is 5. Alright, so the thing is that if I want to search it, the 2, okay, so what I have to do, I have to come here search and I can just say 2. So immediately it is basically taking the index of 2 and it will say 2 is found in the hash table. Alright, so the search time complexity will be big O of 1. The same way, if I want to remove it as well, so say for example I remove 3, so you can see that this data has been removed from this particular index. So you can see that it is removed from the list of 3, right? So we'll be going to discuss everything in programmatically and we'll be going to write our own program using the concept of hash table in data structure. Alright, so let's jump into the code. Alright, so let me declare a class and my class name will be hash table, which is having a constructor which holds a object and my object name is bucket. Alright, so the first thing what I have to do, I have to insert it, and which basically used to take a 2 parameter where one is key, another one is value. So here what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say this dot bucket of key equals to value. So in the particular bucket, respective the key, I'm basically storing the value. So I have to do return of this, right? Then what I have to do, I have to say const of hash table is equal to new of hash table, so which is my class. Alright, and let me just uncommented this line. So what exactly I am doing here, I am basically inserting the key and value. So my key will be Serena and my value will be Moon inside the this dot bucket. Alright, after that I am basically calling hash table. So let me run the program. So you can see that my bucket, which basically holds all my data whatever I have inserted here. So what exactly I am doing? I am basically creating a free bucket, and each and every bucket I am basically inserting the data. Alright. So if I am talking about the time complexity of insertion in hash table, which is big O of 1, as we have discussed here. Alright. So the next we will be going to discuss about the search. So let me create a method of search which basically used to take a key, and what I have to do, I have to create a for loop. So for let data in this dot bucket, if data equals to key, then what I am gonna do, I am gonna say return of true. That means I found the key whatever I am passing in the bucket itself. If not, then I'll do return of false. Alright. So let me just uncomment these lines of code. So what I'm exactly doing, I'm basically calling hash table dot search method. So which is this one. Alright. So let me run the application again. So you can see that first one I'm getting it, which is re, which is already present in the hash table. You can see that. The second thing which is lita1, which is not present in the hash table. For that reason it's giving me false. And the third one, Serena, which already present in the hash table, for that reason it's giving me true. Alright. So if I'm talking about the time complexity of the hash table is big O of 1. Alright, as we discuss here. So last and not the least, we'll be going to discuss about the remove method, and which again is basically used to take a key. So let me grab the code from the search. So if we find it, so what you can do, we can say here delete of this dot bucket of key. Alright, and let me declare a variable, so which I call it as is found, which is initially false. So if it is found, then I can say here this is true. If this is true, if it is true, then I can say here return item deleted. Else what I can do here, return item not found. Alright, so let me just uncomment the last line, which is these two, and let me run the application once again, which is not index.js. So you can see that after deleting my hash table will be Serena Moon and Amy Mercy and Lita Jupiter. Okay, so I have deleted Darian and Meena. Can you see that? So let's do these things as 1 2 1 1, so which is not present in my hash table. Alright, so let me run the program once again. So I think I am not getting the result whatever I have sent here, because you know why? Because I am not printing anything here. So I have to do console log of hash table dot remove. Alright, so again I have to do console log of hash table dot of remove. So if I run it again, so you can see that I can able to delete a one item, but second item is not found, right, which is this one, right? So this is the concept of hash table. So let me discuss about the some problem related to hash table, which frequently asked in interview questions. So you know what I can do, I can basically clear the screen and I can go to the programs, this folder, and let me just clear the screen. Okay, so the first problem, what we are going to do, we are going to find the duplicates from this array. Okay, so whenever I found a duplicate, it's basically like terminate my array and it basically says, okay, the duplicate item has been found, which is 2. So you can see that 2 has been occur in the first and in the last. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me put the 2 here. So you can see that 2 has occurs, and let me put 1 here as well. So you can see that right now 2 has occurs first, okay, which is duplicate, and my array will be going to terminate it over there itself, and it will say that 2 has been already present in the array, which is a duplicate, first duplicate. So to overcome this kind of problem, like we can first approach, what we can do, we can have a nested for loop. So the first for loop will be having like this for loop where I is equal to 0, I less than is equal to ARR, which is coming from this, and dot of length and I plus plus, and which is again nested, where I can say where of j is equal to I plus of 1 and j less than is equal to ARR dot of dot of length and j plus plus. Then what I have to do, I have to say here if ARR of I if equals to ARR of j, then so I can declare a variable which is var of a repeating element, and I can say here repeating element is equal to ARR of I, and I can say here break, and also what I can do, I can declare a variable which is called counter here, and I can say here counter plus plus. So if my element has been found, because it's a nested for loop, after this if I say here counter, if it is equals to greater than 0, then I can easily break the loop. Okay, and at last what I can do, I can basically return of repeated element. Okay, so this is the one approach we can do. So let me just explain what I did. So I am basically iterating through the array using the two nested for loop, and my first for loop, what it will check, it will check I and j value. So the 2 and 5 it will basically check whether it is getting repeated or not. Then it will check 2 and 1, then it will check 2 and 2, it will get repeating. Then I am basically incrementing the counter and I am storing the 2 value. Let me store the value of j, same thing only. I am storing the ARR of j, which is 2, in the REP variable, and I am breaking the loop. So once I found the element which is duplicate, I am basically incrementing the counter as well. So once I break the loop, I need to break the upper loop as well, correct? Because I already found the element. So for that reason, I am basically putting the counter here, and if I say if the counter is greater than is equal to 0, that means I am breaking this outer for loop as well. So the time complexity of this particular problem, so this is big O of n and this is big O of also n. So since it is a nested, so the time complexity of this particular for loop, which is big O of n power of 2, which is not good, right? So if I run this particular problem, so if I say node of practice dot j, so you can see that I found the element of 2. So say for example, I can say here 55 and my 5 element has been occurs. Okay, so if I run the application, so you can see that it's give me the result of 5. The first result it will give me, right? It will not give me the result of 1. So actually this is not a good approach to write your code. Alright, so what we can do to optimize the solution, we can make a use of hash table concept. So let me just copy the line and let me just paste it here, and I can say here 1, and this is the using hash table. Alright, so let me just create the function which is basically used to take an array, and just remember this is the example of hash table. Alright, so I have to put a function keyword. So instead of using this, you can make use of ES6 promises. So you can write like this as well. and you can do something like this, the same thing only. And what you can do, you can declare a variable which is of where of, you can say here object of, which is basically used to take a object, and you can have your own for loop where I can say where I is equal to 0, I less than is equal to arr of dot of length and I plus plus. So if object dot of values of obj dot of index of, you can say here arr of I, if it is greater than is equal to minus of 1, then what we can do, you can declare a variable called find obj, and you can say here find obj is equal to arr of I. Alright, and you can break the loop. So if you didn't find out, what you can do, you can put a else statement here, and you can say here obj of I is equal to arr of I. So if it is not yet found, I am keep on inserting the array element data into my object. Alright, so last what you can do, you can do return of find object. So let me just comment this previous line and let me run this line. So you can see that I am getting the result of 5, which is faster than the previous approach where we have discussed about the nested for loop. Alright, so I am going to discuss one more problem with you. So what I can do, let me just comment this line, or let me just remove this, and so instead of this, what we can do from this array, we want to find out how many characters has been occur how many times from the array itself. So say for example, if I am talking about a, so you can see that a has been occur 1, 2 and 3 times. If I am talking about b, the b will be occur 2 times, right? So how you can basically solve using the hash table concept. So I can have the simple function using the ES6 promises. So I can say const of count data, which basically used to take a array, and here what I can do, var of obj, which is a object. I can say here arr dot of filter, which basically used to take a function of I, and here what I can do, so I can say here obj of I is equal to obj of I or 0, which is plus of 1, and after this I just simply return of obj. So let me run this application. So I have to say here console log, then I have to pass the function name, and I have to pass the array, which is this one. So let me save this application, let me run it. So you can see that A has been occurred 3 times, B has been occurred 2 times, C has been occurred 2 times, D 2 times, E 2 times, F, G, which is single time, and H has been occurred 3 times. Can you see that? So also we can basically able to solve this kind of problem using the hash table concept. So you will get these two programs from these two files. Alright. So you will get this code from my GitHub account. So this is my GitHub account, and I will put the link in the description box below. So I have a organization as well. Please let me know your GitHub user ID so I can add you here itself. And each and every week I am basically adding up new projects. You can come and you can explore any times. And about this project, you can come to this repo. You can search here interview preparation kit. So this is a project, you will get all the codes from here itself. Alright. So if you do like my profile, you can come to my GitHub and you can follow me. And I'll be introducing you a new concept each and every week, so you'll be get notified. Alright. So in this tutorial, we have discussed about hash table concept in data structure. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you have enjoyed this playlist. I'm gonna see you in the next tutorial where we'll discuss about linked list concept in data structure. So if you are watching this video on Facebook, don't forget to like my page. If you are watching this video on YouTube, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel to get more video updates. Thank you guys.